There comes a moment in every man's life where he realizes something brutal. Nobody is coming to save him. No speech. No miracle. No perfect timing. Just him and the mess he's standing in. If you're listening to this right now, chances are you've been knocked down by life, by failure, by your own mistakes, by choices you wish you could undo. And maybe you've been telling yourself, I'll start again tomorrow, next week, when things calm down, when I feel ready. Pause. That voice, that's the same voice that kept you stuck. Because here's the truth most people never accept. The comeback doesn't start when you feel ready. It starts when you decide you've had enough. Enough regret. Enough excuses. Enough watching time pass while you stay the same. Rock bottom isn't the end, it's the foundation. It's the place where illusions die. Where ego gets stripped away. Where excuses stop working. And yes, it hurts. It's lonely. It's humbling. But it's also powerful if you use it right. Think about fire. Fire doesn't ask permission to burn. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't wait for conditions to be perfect. It ignites. Your comeback is the same way. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need anyone to understand. It needs action. Right now, you don't rise by talking about change. You rise by becoming someone different. A man doesn't rebuild his life with motivation. He rebuilds it with discipline. Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Motivation waits for the mood. Discipline moves regardless. Every legendary comeback you admire, every athlete, warrior, leader, builder, was forged in silence. No posts. No announcements. No hype. Just work. Early mornings when nobody was watching. Late nights when quitting felt easier. Days where progress was invisible. That's where comebacks are born. And don't lie to yourself. This isn't your first chance. You've had wake-up calls before. Moments where you promised you'd change. But this time must be different. Because this time, you understand something deeper. Your past doesn't get to decide your future. Yes, you messed up. Yes, you wasted time. Yes, you fell short. So what? The man who rises again is stronger than the man who never fell. Scars become armor. When you stop being ashamed of them, pain becomes fuel. When you stop running from it. Let me tell you something real. If you keep punishing yourself forever, you stay stuck. If you forgive yourself without learning, you repeat the same mistakes. A real comeback does both. You forgive, and you remember. You don't forget the cost of weakness. You don't forget how it felt to be disappointed in yourself. You don't forget the nights where you knew you were capable of more. You use that memory like a blade. Sharp. Focused. Unforgiving. This is where most people fail. They wait to feel confident before taking action. But confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Confidence is built. Rep by rep. Day by day. Promise by promise kept. Every small win matters. One workout completed. One disciplined morning. 1 hour of focused work. One night you chose rest instead of escape. That's how a broken man becomes a dangerous one. Not overnight. Not dramatically. But inevitably. And listen carefully. Nobody needs to believe in your comeback except you. Not your friends. Not your family. Not the people who doubted you before. In fact, some of them won't believe in you at all. Good. Let their doubt sharpen you. A lion doesn't explain why it's hunting. It just hunts. The comeback isn't loud. It's precise. You don't announce it. You demonstrate it. You don't talk about being disciplined. You show up disciplined. You don't say you've changed. You move differently. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Comfort delays comebacks. Discomfort accelerates them. Growth lives where excuses die. There will be days you feel tired. Days you feel behind. Days where the past tries to pull you back into old habits. That's when the real work begins. That's when you choose who you're becoming. Because the comeback isn't about fixing your life. It's about changing your identity. You don't rise by doing more temporarily. You rise by becoming someone new permanently. A man who trains even when motivation is gone. A man who keeps his word, especially to himself. A man who handles responsibility instead of running from it. A man who understands that discipline is freedom. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a decision. A line in the sand. A moment where you say, enough is enough. Today is different. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Today. Because today is the only real starting line that exists. Yesterday is done. Tomorrow is a lie if you never act. But today? Today is yours. You are not too far gone. You are not behind beyond repair. You are not broken beyond rebuilding. You are simply at the point where the comeback must begin. And if you do this right, if you stay disciplined, if you stay consistent, if you stay focused, one day you'll look back at this version of yourself and realize something powerful. This was the moment everything changed. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. The comeback doesn't start when life gives you permission. It starts the moment you decide you're done living beneath your potential. And that moment is right now. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. The comeback starts today. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will rise with discipline, rebuild your identity, and prove to yourself that your best chapter has not been written yet.